Welcome to the Bunker Hill Community College of Nursing Fall 2019 pinning ceremony. My name is Elizabeth Tobin, and I'm the Director of Nurse Education, and I want to welcome you all here today. Let's start things off and begin our procession. Please stand and welcome the class of 2019. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce a few people who have played a huge role in this nursing program. I'd like to welcome Provost and Vice President, Dr. Jim Caniff. Please stand. I'd also like to introduce Dean of Health Sciences, Mary Ann Atkinson, and Assistant Dean of Health Sciences, Donna Savino. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce the Chair of Nurse Education, who all of you know so well, Kristen Wenger. What a great day. You guys all pumped? Yes. Yes. I'm assuming the majority of the audience here today is made up of friends, families, and loved ones. We recognize that although all of these students went through a journey, that all of you made sacrifices because you were with this nursing student. I'm wondering how many events you had to attend alone, how many countless of hours you had to help these students while they were locked in a room studying, how many dinners were missed, and for those of you who have children, how difficult was it to take on more? I want to thank you for your support, and your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. And before we celebrate our students, I would like all the graduates to stand and applaud all of those who supported them through this journey. So please stand. Thank you. So now it's time to acknowledge this incredible group of graduates. You've gone through a tough academic and professional journey, one that can only be completed successfully through diligence and determination. The nursing curriculum is very intense, yeah? Yeah? Okay. And throughout all of the challenges, there were good days, there were bad days, but through all of them, you were able to master it. When many people think of college, what do they think of? They think of living in a dorm. They think of using a campus meal plan. They think about playing Frisbee on the lawn, or staying up late to watch a movie with a roommate. How many of you engaged in those activities? Probably none of them. Our graduates had a totally different experience. And I've been there myself, as have all the faculty. I can tell you it takes a great deal of concentration and dedication, which leaves little room for a lot of fun or free time, but it's worth it. These students, if they weren't spending time in lecture or clinical or lab, most of them had part-time jobs, so they were raising children. You should all be really proud of yourself. I'm really proud of all of you. Because today, you've made it. You've gotten through the program and you're moving on. Congratulations to all of you for your hard work and your perseverance. We're so happy you chose Bunker Hill's nursing program, and we're confident that you'll make us all proud as you step out into the world of nursing. I can't help myself, so I am going to take a minute and just offer you a little bit of advice. It'll only take a minute though, I promise. As you go out into the world and as you're working as a nurse, I want you to remember, as you're caring for patients or clients, Remember, treat them as if they were your family. People, when they're a patient or a client, they're afraid. And they need someone who is really going to treat them well and take a special interest in them. Remember, when you're out there, you're not alone. Collaborate with other nurses. We as a group learn more when we work together. Find a mentor. Remember, you're still a novice. Allow yourself the opportunity to continue to learn. No one expects you to know everything. It's a little scary when you get out there and you're out at your first job. It's okay. Just remember, you're still a novice and you're still learning, and allow yourself that opportunity. The next thing I'm going to say is pay it forward. A lot of people in this room helped you through this journey of 2 years. Friends, family, faculty have all helped you get this far. Now it's your turn. Take someone under your wing and help them move forward. Keep in mind that as you take your first job on, it doesn't have to be your last job. If you're unhappy or if you're not challenged, find something you are passionate about. Your training can take you in so many different directions. That is the wonderful thing about nursing. If you work for a job for a year and it's not really what you want, you need to think about, how can I get where I want? Where does my interest lie? And make a plan to get there. Lastly, take a few minutes to be grateful. Step outside, look at the sky, the birds, and take a second to smile or even laugh. But most importantly, begin to really enjoy your life. The last 2 years have been hard. It's time now to begin to live your life. Well, your schoolwork is done, and what's the next challenge? The NCLEX, right? For those of you in the room who don't know what the NCLEX is, it's the National Council Licensure Exam. And it's the test that they have to take in order to be able to practice as an RN. So at this time, I would like to bring up some student speakers who have prepared a little something to share with all of you. The first speaker is Joanne Smith, and she is from the day program.
Good morning. Thank you everyone for coming and celebrating our journey as we transition from students to nurses. Sorry. I would also like to thank my classmates for allowing me the honor of representing you today. And for those of you in the room that are not nurses and have not had the pleasure of going to nursing school, I'd like you to imagine that you are riding on a roller coaster without a seatbelt that's been set on fire. And while you're riding this flaming roller coaster, the staff informs you that there are an infinite number of correct ways for you to get off the ride. However, in order to exit, you must know which one is the most correct. It's also a place where you study for hours upon hours and days upon days, only to be met with what feels like the most ambiguous of test questions. For example, you're working in the emergency room, caring for a patient who has a femur fracture. They have a yellow Mustang with fuzzy dice. Why is Ben Affleck the new Batman? Select all that apply. Nursing school is a place where you become inspired to be more than you ever thought you could possibly be, where you are unhindered by failure, and where with the help of others, you learn to walk with strength and knowing that something inside of you is greater than any obstacle. To our families, friends, significant others, and pets, thank you for coming to nursing school with us. Thank you for tiptoeing through every room while we studied, for never forgetting that the people that you love are the ones temporarily wrapped in irrational emotional instability, and for every sacrifice that you made to help us achieve our dream. Without your unconditional love and support, not one of us would be here today. Let's give our families a round of applause. Thank you. To the faculty and staff, thank you for being available, PRN, Q times that we needed you. and for actively listening while we cried ourselves into hypoxia. A special thank you to Betty for providing 4 semesters of portable finger foods, ensuring that we do not suffer from imbalanced nutrition less than the body requires. Related to acute mania, secondary to nursing school, as evidenced by sleep deprivation, liable emotions, and an inability to meet basic needs. Thank you for being our bag of mag through our hyperreflexic everything, and for not letting your risk for caregiver role strain impair our readiness for enhanced learning. So after 4 semesters of highlighting, underlining, and putting 5 stars, we're gonna remember for the rest of our lives hand hygiene, what's gonna help them the most or kill them the quickest, airway, breathing, circulation, Maslow's, never to ask why, and when in doubt, massage the fundus. Thank you for your dedication to the Bunker Hill Community College nursing program and students. The passion in which you share your knowledge is contagious and inspiring. There are no words that could truly express our gratitude for your patience and compassion and unwavering support and encouragement over these past 2 years. Thank you. To my classmates, thank you for inspiring me over the past 2 years and for being the genuine, beautiful, kind, and loving people that you are. Thank you for not making me feel weird and for sharing my excitement when we got to do things like inject a real person for the first time or insert a Foley, draw blood off a pig line. It's been an honor and a privilege getting to know all of you. And as we embark on our next journey of becoming new nurses, we're gonna have days where we're filled with both joy and sadness in equal measure, where our inspirations are met with frustrations and our courage must outweigh our fears. And as we face the responsibility and privilege that comes with gaining access to someone's private life, I encourage you to take your time, listen to your patients' stories, respect their dignity, never judge, offer care and hope, to remember you can't fix every problem, but you can ease suffering. And the last thing that I will leave you with are the words best said by L.R. Nost: do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break. All things can be mended. Not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Joanne. Our next speaker is from the alternative program. Deirdre Griffiths, please come up.
Families and friends, the esteemed faculty and staff, and honored guests, good morning, and welcome to Bunker Hill Community College's Nursing Pin and Ceremony celebrating the finest new nursing school graduates in town. My name is Deirdre, and it is my pleasure to stand here today on behalf of the tenacious students of the alternative program. I believe I speak for us all when I say, my goodness, time flies when you're having fun in nursing school, doesn't it? This 2-year journey has been emotional, exciting, both physically and mentally challenging, and rewarding. And I am proud that we have successfully made it to this point where we can celebrate our academic achievements and begin our professional careers as registered nurses. Our journey began with the warning that we might have to tell our families, friends, and maybe even our children that we probably wouldn't see them until the semester was over. You guys remember that? I remember nervously saying to myself, it really can't be that intense, can it? We've all heard the horror stories about nursing exams where the answers might technically all be right, but we'd have to choose the response that is most correct. However, there's something incredibly humbling about going through that hair-pulling experience and still somehow experiencing that, yes, but there's another more appropriate option. Let's just say most of us had no idea what we were getting into, and soon enough, we were diagnosing ourselves with risk of social isolation related to extreme studying and limited time with friends, disturbed sleep patterns related to excessive caffeine consumption and waking up at 4 a.m. for 12-hour clinical shifts, risk for impaired skin integrity related to long lectures, proctored exams, and writing countless remediation templates. How could we forget? And ineffective breathing pattern related to anxiety before, during, and after exams. Although we may have lost time with family and friends, we gained a new nursing family, one that has been incredibly motivating. We have supported each other, cried together, laughed with each other and at each other, and offered words of encouragement as we faced our struggles in school and in life. There's no telling where we'd be without our late-night group chats, clarifying key points before exams, or for the free counseling sessions coaching each other back to sanity. We all share a special bond, one that I believe will continue for many years, and many more 99 dinner trips to come. As great as this moment is, however, none of it would be possible without our fearless leaders, our faculty. Let's give them a round of applause. You have each, in your own way, challenged us to think critically in class, lab, and in the clinical setting. Your expert nursing knowledge and stories from experience in the field added life and a sense of reality to the classroom content. You have motivated us far beyond exam grades, clinical skills, and NCLEX prep. Your compassion when we were noticeably stressed, patience in responding to our countless emails, and non-judgmental responses when we asked 1,000 questions truly demonstrated to us a key nursing value, passion. Passion to give, care, and serve. We thank you for the lessons, love, laughs, and for always holding us to high standards. To our families and friends, thank you for being patient with us. Thank you for picking up extra shifts at work, for keeping the kids out of sight so we could study for hours at a time, and for lending an ear when we complained or vented, for comforting us when we were stressed, and praying for us. Thank you to the children in our midst today for not disowning us or forgetting our faces after days of not seeing your mom or dad. To all those who have traveled from near and far to share in our celebration, and to those who are not present here with us but have been supporting us the entire nursing school, we appreciate you. Your support is indescribable, and we are forever grateful. So here we are, victorious after an insanely intense fourth semester, ready for the next chapter in our professional career. BHCC nursing class of 2019, please stand. You are an extremely intelligent, talented, and ambitious group of scholars with unlimited potential. Whatever your reason was for becoming a nurse, be proud of yourself for following through and successfully achieving your goal. You have shown that you are relentless and unstoppable. English art critic John Ruskin once said, "When love and skill work together, expect a masterpiece." So love what you do and continue to sharpen your nursing skills with advanced degrees and certificates in your preferred field. Take note, world. Here stand your future nurse midwives, educators, practitioners, anesthesiologists, informatics nurses, nurse managers, psych, neonatal, and critical care nurses, among so many others. Thank you, God, for bringing us all here. Class of 2019, may we forge proudly ahead, making the world a better place, one patient at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Deirdre. So I have a special announcement, although I do think the cat's probably out of the bag already. I wanted to talk a little bit about the nursing program applied for a grant, and the grant was awarded. So this grant that we applied for is going to be used to purchase vouchers to pay for the Pearson VUE portion of your application of the NCLEX exam. So basically, when these students go forward to apply for the NCLEX, they have to apply to Pearson VUE as well as do an application for the Board of Nursing. So this grant will give approximately $200 to each student or each graduate here today. As with everything, there's always a catch, right? So I want to tell you the catch is all of these students have been using this online standardized testing as they go through the program. And in order to be eligible to get this grant, they have to first achieve the green light from ATI, which is the standardized testing that they've been using. Most of them or actually all of them are 50% of the way there already. So they have a little bit more work to do. But once you get there, once you get to the 100%, you need to let me know, because then you can come in and I'll give you your voucher. You do have to come in because you have to sign for it. But I just wanted you to know. And I really want to, again, the reason why this grant was successful, again, goes to Jim Caniff. And I want you to realize that without administrative support, things like this don't just happen. It happens because we have the support of administration, and you need to know what a big role he's played in nursing moving forward and us having such a successful program. Because of these vouchers, because of all the changes that have happened in the nursing program over the last 2 years, our board scores have improved dramatically. And I'm very happy to say that for 2019, our board scores at this point, every graduate passed. So we had a 100% pass rate last year. And I am 100% sure that all of these graduates will pass as well. What their standardized testing has shown is that they've done the work. Every one of these students has a 96% chance of passing the boards as of today. That's amazing. That's such a huge accomplishment. And you still have a little further to go, but I am sure that once you get that green light, you're going to be well on your way, and you're going to take that exam and you're going to ace it. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with all of you. It's really quite an accomplishment. I'm really excited for all of you. But we should probably get back to the pinning ceremony, right? Okay. So I just wanted people to know a little bit about what the pinning ceremony even means. Basically, the nursing pinning is an occasion that dates back as far as the 12th century, when knights were honored for caring for soldiers with a pin. So in 1860, Florence Nightingale was honored with a Red Cross Medal of Excellence for caring for patients in the Crimean War. So since then, the tradition has just continued, and today you're going to join the ranks of nurses to be honored for your accomplishments. The ceremony is a rite of passage into the world to care for humanity in a professional manner. And with that, I would like to start this nursing pinning ceremony. So can the day faculty come up to the stage? Deb will read the names.
Graduating from the day program, they'll be in
Thank you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we're gonna. She is easy. She got it easy on top.
Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously.
Monica, that's Julian, Taylor,
When they get to it.
Ramsey, Jones.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this on, but we're gonna put something into your feet. Fix it when you go to sleep, so Ramses.
Sophomore, Lynn.
That's beautiful. Fix it when you sit down.
Stephanie, McMillan.
No, I didn't.
Maria, Maldonado.
I'm only feeling like. I'm gonna put it in. When you get back to your seat, you should have Sorry.
Christine Paredes.
Congratulations.
Teresa, Tina.
I won't call you Brenda. I can't call you. And yeah, I can see these aged eyes. You'll come to visit, okay? That's a command.
Maria, Restrepo.
That way you can get it.
Congratulations.
Amy Richard.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Have a crying. Oh, no problem. You'll come visit, right? Yeah.
Congratulations. Good job.
Joanne Smith.
Oh no, Chad. No, we're all done.
So that completes the day graduates. And now we'd like to move on to our alternative program graduates. Alrighty, and Debbie's going to begin calling your name.
For the alt program, Stevens Avenue.
Students who practice. Bravo, sir.
Megan Harry.
Congratulations.
Sylvia Forster. Congratulations. Marie Holder. Gregory Gardner.
Rachel. Congratulations. Well,
Sir.
Zachary. Right there. Congrats.
Cynthia Ramirez. Christina Cannon.
Thank you so much.
Elena Osborne.
Oh, it's gotta be, what is it? Hydrogenic. Olga, precious. Thank you.
Amanda Wadrow.
Congratulations to all of you. So next what I'd like to do is to invite Paula Hayes up to the stage. If all of our nursing graduates and any nurses in the audience could stand, it's time to recite the Nightingale Pledge, which is found in your program.
Please recite with me. I solemnly pledge myself. With me. Thank you. Before God and in the presence of this assembly, to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and alleviate the standard of my profession and will hold on all committed to my keeping in all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. And I will endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Congratulations. The best, nicest class ever.
can be seated. So I'd like to ask all the nursing faculty to stand for a minute. All of these faculty are the driving force behind the training of all you skilled nursing professionals. And yes, that's what you are, skilled nursing professionals. The passion and dedication this faculty show on a daily basis is remarkable. And I'd like to thank all of you for your efforts. I'd also like to take a moment to mention that Mary Reardon, please stand, is retiring this year. So we wish her well on her journey. In closing, many of you started out as strangers, but you'll leave here today with some incredible memories, some lifelong friends, and maybe some future colleagues. I ask the class to stand. It has been a privilege to work with each of you on your journey to become a professional nurse, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. We will be having some refreshments out in the corridor back here in the lobby, and what we'll do is we'll have the graduates process out, so if all of you can stay seated until they do process out, and then we can all join them in the lobby.